Welcome to the lush grasslands and dense forests of India's national parks, where the magnificent rhinoceros unicornis, also known as Indian rhinoceros, roams freely. From the sprawling Kaziranga to the serene Manas National Park, these sanctuaries provide crucial havens for the survival of these remarkable creatures. But what makes these one-horned rhinos so extraordinary? How do they differ from their African counterparts? And, most importantly, what challenges do they confront in today's world? Get ready for an adventure filled with breathtaking sights and intriguing insights into the lives of these colossal creatures. So grab your binoculars, buckle up, and let's embark on an unforgettable journey to discover the mysteries of the one-horned rhinos of India with Earth's Avenue. The Indian rhinoceros, also known as the greater one-horned rhinoceros, ranks among the largest land mammals on Earth. The term greater distinguishes them from their smaller cousins, the Javan rhinoceros, which also sport a single horn. Back in the day, these two species coexisted, with the Indian variety often labeled as the greater due to its larger size. Sadly, the smaller rhinos didn't make it in India and are now extinct. But they still exist in Indonesia. These magnificent creatures come with some impressive stats. An adult male rhino usually weighs between 2,200 to 3,000 kilograms and can stretch up to about 3.8 meters in length. Females, on the other hand, are a bit smaller, weighing around 1,600 to 2,200 kilograms. They sport a single black horn made of keratin, the same stuff you find in human hair and nails. This horn can grow to be about 20 to 60 centimeters long. All rhino species boast thick skin that acts like natural armor, but Indian rhinos have a unique look. Their flexible skin folds give them the appearance of having armor plates across their bodies. You'll notice distinctive bumps covering their legs, shoulders, and hindquarters. Despite their hefty size, these rhinos are surprisingly agile. They can hit speeds of up to 40 to 55 kilometers per hour, making them quite the formidable runners, even outrunning humans. Indian rhinos roamed freely across northern India, but due to relentless hunting, their homes have drastically dwindled. Today, you'll mostly spot them chilling in the tall grasslands and forests surrounding the Himalayas. One of their favorite hangouts is the Terai Duars grasslands, home to some of the tallest grasses on the planet. These grasses are elephant grass towering up to 22 feet high, giving these big rhinos plenty of hiding spots. These one-horned rhinos love to kick it in the floodplain grasslands and forests of northern India and southern Nepal. They're often seen chilling near rivers and swamps, as they need a good water source for sipping and splashing around. And surprisingly, 70% of the Indian rhino population lived in Kaziranga National Park, Assam, India. Indian rhinos thrive in a lush landscape filled with plenty of tall grass, which they munch on as their main grub. These guys are all about that herbivore life, so besides chowing down on grass, they'll also snack on the leafy goodies found in the densely packed subtropical forests. You name it: leaves, flowers, buds, fruits, berries, and roots. They're down to dig it up, using their trusty horns as tools. These rhinos mostly fly solo, except when mama rhinos are with their little ones, or when it's time to find a mate. You'll often spot them on the move in the early morning and late afternoon, taking a siesta in the water or under some cool shade when the sun's at its fiercest. Lady one-horned rhinos hit their romantic peak at around 5 to 7 years old, while the fellas take a bit longer, reaching their mojo at 10 to 12. Love knows no season, but things really heat up during the monsoon rains. After about 15 to 16 months of baby making, mama rhino welcomes a single calf into the world. These little ones usually say goodbye to nursing when they're around 1 to 2 years old. Because of its hefty size, Indian rhinos don't have a ton of natural enemies in the wild, except for big cats like tigers that target the calves and weaker ones. But the real threat to these rhinos is us humans. We've hunted them relentlessly, mostly for their horns. These creatures can live a good 45 to 50 years, but due to poaching, only a few get to enjoy a full life. Back in the early 1900s, there were probably less than 100 Indian rhinos left, all because of excessive hunting. Today, they're labeled as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List of threatened species. Alright, so after a lot of sweat and effort from the government, forest guards, and regular folks like you and me, we've managed to make some headway in conservation. We've set up protected areas and ramped up anti-poaching measures, which have really made a difference. Places like Kaziranga National Park in India and Chitwan National Park in Nepal have played a huge role in this. According to a 2022 report, now, we're looking at around 4,014 rhinos living in India and Nepal. That's a good bump in their population, but hey, they're still hanging on the endangered species list. Hey there, thanks for tagging along on our exploration of Indian one-horned rhinos. These majestic creatures aren't just animals, they hold deep cultural significance, being seen as symbols of strength and protection in Hindu mythology. Plus, they're at the forefront of wildlife conservation efforts in India and Nepal, standing tall as icons for the cause. Let's keep rallying behind these rhinos, working together to shield them from poaching and habitat loss. Every bit of effort counts. Catch you later for more adventures.